Okay, I guess the streaming has started. And what I'm going to be working on today is talking about the FuriousFPV. Don't know if you can see it right here. FuriousFPV TRUE-D version 3.5. So this is kind of a first look at it, or a quickie review. So there it is right there. I hope everybody can see that. I'll just sit it there for now while I'm getting things finalized on this feed that I've got going here. So I see the live chat should be working. I've got the title right there. Now, I started this just now and it's been running only a minute. I didn't give any previous notice of this live feed, so pardon me on that. But I just got this in the mail, and what I wanted to do was just do a quick review on it. So let me bring up my little feed here. This is my window where I can see better. Okay, now let's open it up and see what's inside. So if anyone wonders what this actually is, the Furious TRUE-D version 3.5 is a module that fits inside your FatShark goggles. Goes right in here. And it will work on the V1 and the V2, like the FatShark Dominator V1, V2, and V3. And I think it also works in the Dominator HD series as well. And let me see if I can do a quick screen capture here and switch over to this. There we go. I'm going to scroll down here. There's a bunch of information on it right here on the website. What it looks like. I know I'm scrolling kind of fast, pardon that. And here's some of the recommended antennas that go with it. And what I actually got was, let me go back here. So what I actually got was, I ordered in addition to that, I've got this X-Air 5.8. It's supposed to be a 10 dBIC, 120 degree beams. This is supposed to be really good. I've seen some people using this. Seems to be very effective. And then I also got one of these right here. And I've got the box for that. Let me get it out. Okay, sorry about that. But here's the box for it right here. So it's a TBS Triumph antenna, circular antenna. And there's the part number. So why do I have two antennas? Well, it's because the Furious is a diversity receiver. It's a diversity receiver module. So you can put two antennas on there and then the unit automatically switches between the two. And this has been compared against the LaForge, and it's supposed to be very comparable to the LaForge as far as the reception goes. And I know people probably argue about that, but that is what some people have found out, that it really does perform very well. And it has some good features, which I'll go into in a minute. You also get, you don't get the antennas with it, but you do get two of these. So there's a 90 degree, you get a 90 degree bend and a 45 degree bend. So when you put your two antennas in, you can accommodate different configurations. So I might put the 90 degree bend on here and then put the TBS Triumph on like that, and then maybe just leave this on straight for the X-Air, something like that. So I could have two, a patch and a circular polarized. So that's nice that they gave those. Hey, that's probably a big value right there. That's probably $10 right there. Okay, so let's get into this and see what we can do with it. First of all, I've I've heard that there's been some improvements. Now, I don't have the version 3.0. This is the first Furious I ever got, so this is my first one. But what I've heard people complain about is that the plastic didn't quite fit, and I found that now it does fit very well. So this contour fits very well. It clips in very good, very sturdy, and it actually has a notch or a hole right here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get it up. So it has a hole right here to expose the USB port, so you don't have to take the module out of the cover anymore to upgrade the firmware. You can leave it right in the cover. And speaking of the cover, it now fits a lot more snugly into the unit, into your goggles, so it doesn't fall out as easy. It really goes in there good. Also, it has two bars. I don't know if you can see that, but there's two bars right here that keep the module from pulling out of the cover. One of the problems that was mentioned was when you go to take off the cover comes off, but the module would stay inside the bay, and then you had to put them back together. That's been solved by putting these two bars right across here. So that was a big help. So it really locks into the bay better now. As far as the USB port, that's been on there for a while. I don't know what version they added that, but that was a big plus to add that USB port. I also heard that the firmware upgrade has made the antenna switching much better, and it makes a clearer picture, less static. And race band has been added as well, so it's race band ready, they say. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it into the FatSharks and just see if we can get it in there. Okay. Before I do that, just let me put these on. Give me a little bit of help. There we go. I want to make sure I don't damage it. Well, you probably can't see this because I had to take it off camera to get it in there. All right, got it in. It's in there right now. All right, so let's go ahead and put on at least one antenna. So I'll go ahead and put an antenna. I won't worry about putting the 90-degree bend on right now. I'll just stick it on like that. I think these bend up anyway, since I'm not going very far, just within the room. So I've got it on there now. Let's put it over that way so we can still see the screen. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the goggles. Like this. Okay, so when it first comes up, it just comes up with a logo, and then it looks like it goes to whatever frequency has been selected. See if I can get this back here a little bit. There we go. All right, and now it says Furious and it's blinking. So let's press the middle button. Let's just go and see what we can do here. It's in standby right now, I guess, so that's a feature. So if I hit the button, see it says it's locked and I can't get in, so that's to keep it from being accidentally entered when you don't want it to be, like when you're flying. Okay, so let's just hold the button. Now it says unlock. I'll press it again. Now we can get in the menus. I don't know if I can focus on those menus, but right now it's on manual mode. But let's go in, let's start in Smart Search. Let's go to Smart Search first. Let's watch it search through the channel. So there's searching through, and I don't think it's going to find anything because I don't have anything on right now. So it's doing this little search. I'll just, it says I can't find anything. It actually said it can't find anything. Okay, so let me go ahead and plug in my wing here. So I've got a wing right here. It's got 5.8 on it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Hope it doesn't fly away on me. Okay, it's plugged in. All right, let's do that search again, see if it works. And let's see if we can find it. There's the Smart Search. All right, let's find it, see if it finds it now. All right, so it's coming up with some hits. You can see there's multiple hits. That's because the frequency bleeds into the other bands. So it's actually this FatShark one, the one that's marked F right here. Let me get a pointer. Okay, so the one that's marked F right here is the FatShark frequency, and that's the one it actually is right there. And then it's bled onto some of the other channels. For some reason it seems to like C, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't FatShark. But let's just, so we can go up and down through them. Let's see which one. That's 5800. And that's the bottom one. Well, one way to find out is if I just look in the goggles and see which one looks the best. Let's see. I got the lens cap on right now. Let me take that off. I would record this on my DVR, but this feed is live, so there's no way I could show it to you since I'm live on YouTube. That looks pretty good there. Let's see, that's all right. I don't know, I think I'm on 5809 now. Yep, they all look pretty good. But I think that one on the FatShark band looks the best, which is 5800. So right there, 5800. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. Okay, so now if we wanted to save that, from what I read in the manual, you hold down the button, and then it comes up with a menu that says save. So I'll do that again. Hold it in, press it again, and it should be saved now. And one way to find out, so that would put it into the working menu. So let's go to, let's go to the working menu and just see what's in there. Okay, so there it is. It's on 5800 right there. I'm just toggling through, so I don't see anything else really in there right now. Let's see. So 5800, and let's go back to the smart search right there. Okay. So it's pretty much sitting on there, and then it filled it in. Okay, so now if I turn it off, do this, it will come up on 5800 because I just saved it. Let's see, let it come up, and there it is, 5800. So it's automatically on that frequency. Okay, let's just try, let's go into manual mode now. Let's try manual mode. So it's locked again. So unlock it and go into manual mode. It's already sitting right there. All right, let's just step through it. Now, what it does is it steps through all these different frequencies. But one thing to note is they're not in order of frequency. It just goes through one band and then goes to the next band, goes through all those, and then goes to the next band. So I don't think there's a feature where you can actually go through by frequency, in order of frequency. Now, if you long press the top button, you can change bands without having to go all the way through the whole set of all bands. You can like hold the top button in and then hold it in again, it changes bands. So every time you hold the top button in, it'll go to a different band, like that. So that's a feature right there. Now, let's try the band scanner, because that's kind of interesting. So let's go back to the menu here. Let's see if we can find, there's the band scanner. This is really a cool feature. So I'm going to press the band scanner, and you can see that's kind of like trying to stay in focus. It's hard, but there's the band scanner right there. And that's kind of like having a frequency or a spectrum analyzer kind of goes through. That's a really neat feature. I've heard you can add that on the LaForge. I really don't know what LaForge is up to now, but I know you could add it, but then it used to be you lost some other features after the update just to get the band scanner. But this is built in, and it's really, really cool. I like that, so you can see what's going on out there. And you can see 5800 showing up right in the middle there, because that's what I'm transmitting from that wing. Okay, so we can get out of that. So let's go into settings just a second. Okay, so we got some things in here. We've got a time up, and I think the time up is an alarm. So it's an alarm to save your battery. So you could go in there. Right now I don't have an alarm, so we can put 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and it'll give you an alarm after like 15 minutes to tell you your battery, you know, may be used up. I don't know how long it takes to wear my battery down. Right now, this is my battery. If I do that, I've got 3 bars out of 4. So it's doing pretty well right now. But you can set that alarm to whatever you want. Then we got auto lock on. So I think auto lock on is, let's see, I don't actually remember that. What auto lock on? I might have to look that one up. But let's go into it anyway. So it can be on or off. Oh, I think that's that thing at the beginning where it locks it so you can't get in without unlocking it. Just to protect you from random button presses doing something while you're flying. I believe that's what it is. Okay, then we have alarm none right now. So this alarm here, let's go into that for a second. So this alarm here is giving me percentage. And let's see, alarm. Oh, I think that's RSSI. Yeah, I think that. So like if your RSSI for some reason gets really low, it'll give you an alarm. Right now it's set on 20%. And, oh, where'd it go? So if we go in there, we can change it to up to 50%. So 20, 35, 50. That's what I'm seeing right now. I thought it was on 15 to begin with, but hey, I don't know. So I'll just leave it on 20%. So I think that's mainly the figure. Oh, this is cool here. So this says new F. So you can go in here and actually create a frequency. Sorry if you're not being able to see this, because maybe I had it up here and it's out of focus. But what this is, it says new underscore F, and you can actually enter a different frequency in there and then give it a name. So some frequency that may not be in the table for this module, you could add it if you really needed it. Like some new race band frequency or something that you wanted to add, you could put in there. And you can toggle up and down like that. Step through it, give it a name, whatever you want to do. So that's nice. And then you can put your call sign in there. Right now it's got Furious in there. So I think that's it. And then you can just exit. So I think that's most of the features. There's a calibration thing you can do. Right now I'm getting a low signal because I'm not on the right frequency. Let me see. Let's unlock it again. So there's a calibration. I think that's under the settings as well. Let's go down here to settings. And let's see if I can find that calibration. There it is, Calibrate. So, oh yeah, I missed one here. Yeah, there's a filter. So the filter setting, let's see, what's that about? Oh, that's how aggressive the switching is. Like when it detects one signal better than the other, you can have it really aggressive so it switches really fast. Or maybe you just want to stay in one place most of the time, like if you're just doing a long flight and you just want it to stay like with your patch antenna or something, you might have it less aggressive. But you can go into filter, and that can be, let me see. So that can be high, low, or normal. So I'll just leave it on normal. Okay, so back to the Calibrate. Let's go into the Calibrate right here. I think I might have missed that. Get back out of that. That was the band scanner. We'll go back into settings. Go down to Calibrate. Somehow I'm missing it, unless it's supposed to do that. That looks like the band scanner to me. See if I can find that Calibrate again. There it is. What do I got to do? I can go up, down. Do I have to hold it to calibrate? Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. No, that just saved the frequency. Okay, so I'm not sure how you get in Calibrate. I will have to figure that one out. So I'm gonna decline on that one because I don't know how to do it anyway. I have to look that one up, but there's a calibration procedure where you can actually, it tells you to set your transmitter so far away and then press enter and it calibrates it to be right on target for that particular transmitter. But I assume it's okay right now. So I can see right here it's kind of going through the frequencies and trying to find one from channel A and channel B. Which one is better? It's got some numbers here, but of course it's going to stay right up here on channel B because that's where I got the antenna. Let's just go ahead and put another antenna on it. It tried to switch right then. I don't know if you noticed that. It went from the red light to the blue light. So let's put this antenna on. All right. So this is that X-Air patch antenna. Now this is where I might want to use a 90-degree bend on the other one. So I'll put the 90-degree bend on there. You can see that. I hope this live stream's working. You know what? I haven't even looked at any of my, see if there's any comments or anything. Let me see. Is the live chat even working? Okay, Nick is on there. Hi Nick, how are you doing? Sorry I didn't see your comment earlier. I got too engrossed in what I was doing, I guess. I'll just leave that up right like that. Put this up there. Maybe I'll notice it better. Okay, so let me get this antenna back on here. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Furious TRUE-D version 3.5 diversity receiver. And we're just playing with it here. Okay, I got both antennas on there. All right, now let's see if we can get back to the right frequency. This is really cumbersome here. I will have to go back to where I can see my other thing. Here we go. There we go. I have to be able to see that, otherwise I can't see if I'm on focus or anything. All right, so right there. Now let's go back into the menu. I'm going to unlock it, because that's that lock feature. Get in there and we'll do the smart search. Let it go through again. Okay, it's back on 5800. I'm going to hold the button in and then just save it and exit. Okay, now we're on 5800, and you can see it's gone right to the blue channel, channel A, because it's got that patch antenna on it. I guess it's picking up more signal, if you can see that. And if I take off the patch antenna, let's see what happens. See how aggressive it switches. It didn't switch right away. It's definitely just staying on that one frequency. Let's see if it's picking up anything. Yeah, I got a good signal looking through the goggles. So yeah, with no, it's just too close. Let me move the wing away a distance. Oops, sorry. Got that microphone stuck on there. Okay, I'll move the wing away a distance here. Maybe I'll put it a long way away. Can you see it way back here? I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, I put a, okay, see, it switched while I was walking away. Now we can probably see the difference between the patch and the circular polarizer. So let's put that back on, that patch back on there. Now I'm using the reversed polarized one because that's what the antenna is on the wing. Okay, so now let's see if I can get it aimed over there. So it isn't switching very aggressively. It's staying right on that one. Let's see if we go back in there, unlock it. Go back in and let's go to the settings, and then we'll go to, where was that? The filter. Let's go in the filter and we'll put that up to high. So that should make it more aggressive when it switches. And we'll go back to exit. Alright. I did see it switch there a little bit. What happens if we take off? I got a 600 milliwatt transmitter on that thing, so now I've taken that one off. Yeah, I still have such a good signal that it's not... There it goes. It finally switched down to the blue. So it switched down to blue when I did that. I'll turn this back on. Now I'll take this one off. Just playing around here. Okay, that's off. Now it's switched back to the red, so it is working. Alright, now I'll go back to the patch antenna. See if the patch antenna is better. So as long as it's got a good enough signal, it doesn't switch. So it'd have to be something pretty drastic that would block the signal. I got my hand over the CP antenna now, and even that doesn't cause it to be too weak. I actually have to take it off there. I think I'd have to move the wing out in another part of the basement or something. Alright, let's see. I'll take it off. There, now it's switched. So you can see that. So anyway, that's the basic idea. Sorry I couldn't get that calibration to work. I'll take both antennas off. I think both antennas have to be off during the calibration. Let's unlock it again. Go into settings. Right here. And down the bottom should be the calibration. I would think you just... No, it just always goes back into that band scan thing, so... Don't know what you got to do to make it calibrate. And I'll have to get the manual, read the manual. Actually, it didn't come with one in the box or anything like that, so it's online. So I'll have to go back and check it out about the calibration. But that's it. It seems like a really good unit for what it does. And I'm happy with it so far. Of course, we'll have to take it out and fly it to see how it does, but from what I've heard, they are very good, very sensitive. And let's see what it did to my battery. So I still got 3 bars on the battery. It didn't seem to suck down the juice that much. So it seems fairly efficient. It's slightly warm, but it's not really hot. So there it is. And that was the Furious TRUE-D version 3.5. They had version 3.0 out earlier, and now 3.5 is out. You can check it out on the website. In fact, I've got the website. I'll bring the website back here for a second and just switch back to screen capture. Alright, get that out of the way. So there it is right there. And go up the top here. So $79.95. If you can see that, it's $79.95. I don't have my mic on anymore, but it's close enough, right? You can hear me. And there it is right there. So that's not all that bad a deal. This particular one is HeliPal, And there's also Heli Direct. I ordered from Heli Direct, I think, because it was in Massachusetts in the United States. And I got it pretty quickly. I think it was like 5 days or something. And it was free shipping because I ordered the antennas and it was over $100. So they gave me free shipping. But yeah, that's where we're at right there. So you can take a look at either of those websites. And there's other ones too, I'm sure, like Get FPV or other companies. Just look it up. It's the Furious TRUE-D. Just remember version 3.5. That's what they're up to now, version 3.5. So that's it for now. And we'll talk to you later. I might do another review on this. This is just a live stream, so it's kind of hit or miss on the way I was doing things, I know, but I hope you got something out of it. And at least it's a start. Well, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Here we go.